What's up, guys? So in today's video, I'm talking over why you have to be selfish when you want to level up, when you want more in your life, when you have a purpose and you really want to live the life to the fullest. You have to be selfish with your energy, with your time, with your focus. There's so many things that I realized over time where I'm like, wow, if I was more selfish in the past, I would probably be so much further on than where I would be at right now. But this doesn't mean you have to be an asshole to your friends and family. This doesn't mean you're being mean on purpose. You're not trying to disrespect anyone. You're not trying to treat them bad. I have friends, family, people around me, coworkers that I appreciate and I respect, and I'm glad they're in my circle. But you have to know at the end of the day, you're the one that's in control of your life. You're the one that's living your life. When you die on your deathbed and you look back and reflect on your life, the other people around you, doesn't matter if it's your friends, your family, or whatever it is. I know people have religion and this and that, but like, you're living your life. You don't want to die on your deathbed and be like, wow, I wish I thought how my friend would think if I did this, or I'm living my life to make other people happy. Instead of, I lived my life how I wanted to, and I lived it to the fullest potential. That's what drives me and fires me up every single day, because I know the odds of you being born is like 0.0000%. It's almost impossible for you to be born. So when you're born and you have this life, you do not want to waste it on other fucking people that don't respect your energy. Even if they do respect your energy. I have a bunch of great friends and family, but I'm trying to do something that's bigger than me. So, for example, I have my job. I'm doing YouTube as a side hustle. I go to the gym. I don't even have a kid or in a relationship right now, but I applaud the people that do, because it takes so much energy and time and focus to really move the needle in your life. Because when you're wrapped up and giving all your energy to everyone else, it's so hard to level up because your focus is spread out, your energy is spread out. But when you could really dial it back and put it into yourself, that's when you see the most growth. So I'm gonna give you an example. Right now, like I said, I'm working at my job, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I am fired up because I'm not only doing this to potentially have a side hustle in the future, have a business, but to impact thousands of people's lives. And not only that, live myself to my fullest potential. If I want to have the most highest confidence and live the best life I can, I need to know how to communicate and impact others. So this is very important to me, this channel and what I'm doing and how I'm growing. And it takes sacrifice. It's something that is unusual. I do not know one kid from my high school. I do not know one person that I grew up with that has a massive social media following and they're impacting thousands of people's lives. And I'm not talking about fake followers or like this and you're just like a little popular. I mean, like, you have an online presence and you're making an impact and you have influence. Not one person. So what that means, it's unusual. It's not normal to do this. So I have to do shit and push myself out of my comfort zone and be really disciplined, because it's not normal. It's unusual for me to pursue this. And that's okay, because like people said that are successful, you have to do what other people won't do, and then you'll get what other people don't get. So there's multiple times in the past where I spent so much energy and time either on fake friends, family members that are no good or just negative and toxic and don't believe in you, relationships, that's a big one. I was in a very toxic relationship. It took so much energy and time out of me. Like at the end of it, I just felt drained. And I'm like, why am I putting all this energy into something that's not reciprocating it back? Now, don't get me wrong. There's people that I very respect a lot, and I do give them some of my energy because they give it back to me. But you have to be very careful because if you spread yourself thin, say I don't know, like a good example that's like, say you're like an electrical outlet, like a plug in the wall, and you're giving out energy. If you plug 1,000 things into that fucking outlet, it's gonna blow the fuck up. You need to be careful of who you give your energy out to. And not only that, like me, following a purpose, say if you want to follow a career, you want to get your life together, you want to follow your fitness, you want to do any of these things to really move the needle and move your life forward, you have to dial all that energy into yourself. Because say if you're giving out all this energy and focus and time, but then you kind of pull back a little and pull back a little more, and you put it all into yourself, not only will you get further way faster, but then those people you love, you could give them way more energy and you don't even have to try as hard because people could feel it when you go into a room and people could see you take care of yourself. You're driven, you're focused, you have all this energy because you're putting all this time and resources into yourself. It oozes off into other people. It's contagious. So, for example, like I said, in the past, I've realized where I'm at right now. It goes in seasons. Of course, you have to enjoy time with friends, family, and other people. But say if you really want to lock in on your diet or you really want to level up in your fitness, you can't be eating junk food. You can't be going out to the bar. Like if you're like trying to do 60 days without alcohol and your friends ask you, you want to go to the bar? No, I can't. I'm not drinking right now. I don't want to go to the bar. Or you're locked in on your diet and someone's like, do you want to go to Popeyes? No, I don't. You have to be straight up with people. And in these moments, when you say how you really feel, it could be hard. Not only for yourself, but for other people, because you feel like you're coming off like a douche or an asshole. But you know at the end of the day, that's the truth, and you have to let it out. And you could also be like, listen, like, I'm not trying to be mean. This is my plan right now. This is what I'm trying to achieve. There's no hard feelings, but this is what I'm on right now. And your friends and family have to respect that. The real ones will respect that. The fake ones will weed themselves out. So in these moments where you have to line up, like for example, with this YouTube, there's times where my friends will ask me, do you want to chill? Do you want to hang out? No, I can't. I gotta record a video. I gotta make content. I gotta go on a Zoom call with my community. It doesn't mean I don't respect them. It doesn't mean I don't like them. This is my mission right now, and this is what I'm trying to achieve. Because if I always fold into, yeah, I'll chill, yeah, I'll do this, you keep pushing your dreams and the things you really want to achieve on the back burner. So I'll give you another example as well. Like when I was in this relationship and it was toxic, it got to the point where I felt like I was getting disrespected over and over again. It was negative. And there's like this analogy I use. When you put someone above you and you give them more energy than you're giving yourself, it's like throwing yourself away in the garbage because you're trying to please everyone else. You're trying to make sure they're okay. And you're just in the back. Like you're just basically throwing yourself out the window into the garbage dump. when really you have to put yourself first. You have to be your number one priority. You have to be your number one supporter. And then you could give that energy back to others, but it comes with the sacrifice where you're like, listen, I need to do this right now for myself. I need to go to the gym. I need to record content. You have to prioritize yourself. If you feel like you want to let the truth known to others and you're like, listen, no hard feelings, but I've just been working on myself lately. I need this time for myself. I got to do this. I'm still here for you. I support you, and keep that connection. You don't want to burn a bridge that you don't need to burn. But at the same time, like I said, you don't want to throw yourself out in the garbage because life will go like that. I feel like I was 20 the other day and now I'm 25. Life goes quick, and you do not want to live it on other people's terms and throw yourself out just to please others. When the most successful people out there, either content creators, business owners, any type of successful person, they have made sacrifices and they push themselves. Sometimes maybe a business owner has to miss out on a Christmas dinner. Sometimes they might have to miss their kids' baseball game. It's not that they don't love them, but they're trying to achieve something that's great. And it comes with sacrifice, and it comes with being very strategic with your energy, focus, and time. I will leave it on that. That is what you have to focus on. You need to be very strategic on your focus, time, and energy. The more intentional you are with this, decides how fast you grow and how big you will grow. So keep that in mind. And moving forward, I'm not saying to just cut off everyone. Don't talk to your mom. Don't talk to your dad. Cut off all your friends. No. Cut them off if they're like negative and they're just dragging you down. You have fake friends. Yeah. But the good ones, just be like, listen, I have to do this for me. No hard feelings. But when you put it like that, people will understand. The real people will still stick with you. So you have to follow through with what's best for you. Let's get after it.